Well, I think at this time of year, it's always about the game that you bring anyway, right? And so you know that your opponent's going to be a great opponent. So no one's going in underestimating. No one wants to play for Florida Gulf Coast ever, right? And that's part of that's also my background and understanding. And we've also played some really good teams in the first round the last couple of years. So this is not a team that's going to sneak up on us. We have very high respect. We understand how good they are. And we have to be able to adjust. And it's about how you come out and you play this time of year anyway. That's where our focus will be.
What kind of stands out to you when you look at FGCU?
What doesn't stand out, right? No, honestly, I think the history stands out. I think the way that they can stretch the floor stands out. It's a little bit different than what we've seen in the Big 12. So that's going to be a huge adjustment. But they're a team. They're not a Cinderella team. They're not a team that's sneaking up on anybody. They're not a team that's going to surprise anybody. They're a very, very talented team, and he's done an incredible job for a long time. And so you know that they're all versatile. You know they can all put the ball on the floor. You know they can all shoot the three. So it's just going to be a fun game for us.
We'll go second row in the middle.
There were, ups and downs this season for you guys between non-conference and conference play. How did you stay motivated, and what do you see as the biggest where did you see that point change from, point A to point B?
You know how many times I've been asked that question, and how many times I usually hear a number of, this is how many days you've lost since you've lost to such and such a team. But honestly, I feel like today, adversity and growth isn't celebrated as much as wins and losses are. And I think this is a team that has really grown a lot. And as much as you want to win every single game that you play, you still have to understand why you're playing. And it isn't always about playing to win a game. It's about playing in front of a mirror, falling down, getting up, looking in the mirror, taking ownership, taking responsibility, growing as a team. You got to hear our players talk about that earlier. And you don't get to just manufacture that. We have so many outside resources now in terms of how you build a team. There's books, there's literature, but until you get in that space, you fall on your face, you roll up your sleeves together, you crawl forward, you sometimes fall back. But when you're in a group, to me, basketball is the greatest sport because it's so intimate. There's nothing you can hide behind. But there's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of experts. There's a lot of outside voices that can tell you what you should be doing, what should be different, what coaches should be doing, what coaches should be doing different. But this was a group that decided to get together. This was a group that decided, you know what, instead of worrying about winning and losing, we're going to be addicted to growing. And so we're just going to get better. And we're still going to fall down. We're still going to make mistakes, but we're going to learn and we're going to grow together. And that, to me, has probably been the best part about this team. But also, this is a story for people to look at all over in any level. I have young kids that play, and I see at a young age that it's all about winning. And we kind of forget how amazing this game is when you allow growth to happen.